Good morning, my dear students. Happy to have you for today, and I wish you to stay home. I will start our lesson today in Unit 7, Lesson 4, which is about taking a trip. If you've got your learner's book with you, open it page number 102, 103. Our session today will be about 3 points. Number 1, taking a new lesson and new vocab. Number 2, explaining how to write notes. Number 3, explaining grammar, which is the present perfect. I will start with number 1 now, which is the new lesson. Taking a trip. When we are going to explain this one, while we are explaining this lesson, we are going to have new words. So, we are going to make sure you're having the highlighter with you. Once we highlight this word, I will tell you the definition, and you highlight it and write the definition in your course copybook or over the word itself. So let's get started. First of all, you can see this picture. Picture number 1, picture number 2, and picture number 3. We will start again from this. Day 1. Day 1. I'm sitting in my tent. We are camping tonight in the outback. Highlight this word. It's really important word. The outback. The outback. The outback. The outback is the Australian countryside. Australian countryside. The outback. The outback. Make sure you highlight this word. The outback. Okay, so day 1. I'm sitting in my tent. We're camping tonight in the outback. I'm feeling scared. To feel scared, it means afraid. Afraid. Because there are dangerous snakes and spiders out there. We set off. Highlight this word. Set off. And not set off, but set off. Set off. Set off, it means to start. To start something. So we set off from Darwin. Darwin, this is the city in Australia. So they start from Darwin at 7 this morning. And we've been at the campsite for 3 hours. For 3 hours now. We've just eaten dinner under the stars. And it tasted amazing. Tomorrow, we're traveling to the beach. To the beach. A beach, and we talk in lesson number 2, coast. C-O-A-S-T. The difference between coast and beach is that the size. Beach is very small. Beach is very small area. Meets in sea or lake or water. So this is beach. Usually what you find beside hotels and beside resorts, we call them beach. Okay, so this is beach. This one, as you can see, the beach. So my mom can do her work. Therefore, it's night time. And I'm writing this by torch light. By torch light. This morning, Dad and I went snorkeling. Highlight this one. Go snorkeling, it means to swim under the water. Usually to look and enjoy looking at coral reefs, coral fish, and so on. So, went snorkeling. And why does it take ing? Because does it take go snorkeling, not play snorkeling, or not do snorkeling? Because the ing ended. For the 3rd time, I must say, it has been fantastic every time. We've seen lots of different fish, and we've seen two turtles since Tuesday. Turtles. This is an animal lives mainly in sea, whereas tortoise, this is another kind of turtles, mainly live on land. So turtles or mainly it spends much of its time in sea, whereas turtles is another kind, but mainly lives on land. So we've seen 2 turtles since Tuesday. My mom says turtles are an endangered species. Endangered species. We talked yesterday, endangered species. What does it mean? Excellent. Endangered species, it means the number of these species is very few, and they can't produce new babies, so that they get fewer and fewer. Endangered species. In this part of Australia, she's working on a conservation project. Highlight this word. Conservation project. Conservation project, a project to protect some species of animals. So her mom is working at a conservation project to protect the turtles, to find out why turtles and fish are dying. So she's working in this program to find out why turtles are dying. Conservation projects help to keep wildlife safe and free to live in the wild. My mom collects bits of rubbish. Do you know rubbish? Things we don't need. We throw them in rubbish. We throw them in rubbish or in bin. So rubbish, garbage, or things we don't need, we no longer need. So that's the rubbish from the beach and sea. She tests it to see if it has poisons. Highlight this word. Poisons, that's a substance or a material like water, like just a material. But this material is very dangerous and it can cause death to animals and to human beings. So his mom is collecting the bits of rubbish, she checks them to find out if they contain poison, and that's very dangerous to the fish and wildlife. And she's working in this work. This is something great. This is something very great, isn't it? So this is to see if it contains poisons that kill the turtles. Can't wait for tomorrow. Dad and I are going out on a boat trip. Can you see this is a beach? This is a beach, and these pictures, as you can see here. This is the beach. And look, yes, what can you see here? Yes, these things are rubbish. That was today's lesson, and that was number 1. Number 2, now we will take notes on how to write notes. But before we take notes, I will again take the words in this text again. So, in this text, we met these words. Trap. Repeat after me if you can. Trap. A visit to a place, synonym of it is a journey. Trap. The outback. The outback is the Australian countryside. Only, or especially, the Australian countryside is the outback. We can't say that Egypt has amazing outback. No. Outback is only the Australian countryside. Set off to start. Beach versus coast. Beach is small, the sand area, mainly the sea, lake and ocean. Whereas coast, large area where land meets the sea, lakes and ocean. Go snorkeling, go swimming under the water. Okay. Turtle and tortoise. Turtle lives mainly So repeat after me. Tortoise. Tortoise. A slow-moving animal lives mainly on land. So what you can see on land is a tortoise. Is a tortoise. Whereas turtle lives mainly on sea or in sea. Conservation project. A project to protect some species. And rubbish, garbage, or things we no longer need. Poison, substance that can cause death. That was number one. Number two now, we will take something very interesting and really very easy. How can we write notes? If you are attending a meeting and you find someone is speaking seriously and you don't have time to write every single word he is saying. So you've got the chance to write notes. Notes, instead of writing too many words, for example, instead of writing, I will go to the Egyptian Museum tomorrow at 6 o'clock by bus. Look at this one. If you don't have time to write all of this, you can sum all of this up in 2 or 3 words. For example, look at this one. We are going to visit the Egyptian Museum on Monday in central Cairo, and we are going there by bus. Look at this, about 3 lines. When you write notes, you don't write these 3 lines. No, you can sum up these 3 lines, or these 3 lines, with 2 or 3 to 4 words, key words, to help you remembering what they said. For example, how can I sum this up? Look. I visit the Egyptian Museum on Monday. That's it. It says it all to me. This is my notes. When I write this one, I remember all of this above, so I don't have to write the 3 lines above. So day 1, instead of writing the first day 1, day 4, day 3. Usually we use this way because we don't have time to write everything, and we want to just write notes. When you write notes, you write only the key words. You don't write everything because you don't have time to do that. That's number 2. Number 1, we took the lesson, took the vocab. Number 2, we took the notice and how to write notes. And number 3, we are going to take the grammar, which is very important and very nice at the same time. We took in the first term, the present perfect, which is have and has plus the VB. What does it mean? Well, last term we talked about this, the differences between been and gone. Been, for example, I have been to Cairo. I have been to Cairo. It means I visited Cairo. Now I'm from Armenia, for example, and I say I have been to Cairo. It means that I visited Cairo, and now I am in my city, so I've been there. Whereas I have gone there. No, that means I'm still there, still in Cairo. So, been and gone. Been, you go, or you went, and you went to that place, and you came back. Whereas gone, no, you went to that place, and you're still there. That's the difference between been and gone. Look at this one. I've never been or gone to Switzerland. What do you think? I've never been to Switzerland. Okay. We talked that in the first term, but now today's topic is about this one. It's about the time in present perfect. When you would like to express time in present perfect, you've got 2 ways. You've got since, you've got for. You've got since, and you've got for. How can we use them? What is the difference between since and for? Well, to answer this question, you need to understand something. First, imagine that this date is ready. For example, 1995. 1995. Okay. since and for. Since it expresses the starting point or the start of the action. So that's it. She's been a teacher for 20 years. She's been a teacher since 1995. That's the starting point. That's the time when she started to work as a teacher. But when it comes to for, no, that's the duration. That's the duration. That's the time. So you need to calculate from 1995 to 1920 and calculate how many years you would change it to since. For example, look at this one. She started to work as a teacher in 1995, and she's still working as a teacher. So we use since when we say a point of time, a starting point of time. But we use for when we say a period of time. A period of time is something, for example, you can count. She's been a teacher for 20 years. I can't say since 20 years. Why? Because since you need to give me a fixed time, a starting time. But she's been a teacher for 20 years. She's been a teacher since 1995. Yes, since you can't use for. Because for, you need to mention a duration, a time, a period of time. And so she's been a teacher since 1995. Again, since, we use since when we say a point of time, specific point of time. We use for when we say a period of time, a duration of time. And how can we make up a question over these things? Since and for. If you find an exam, a line number since and for, and they ask you to form a question, it's very easy. Good. Yes. How long? How long? For example, she's been a teacher for 20 years. So when you form a question, you start with the question word, which is how long. Then cross the subject with the auxiliary. How long has she been a teacher? How long has she been a teacher? How long? So she's been a teacher for 20 years. For 20 years. Okay. Some exercises you will find here. So what do you think? Since and for, and you will find the list in the subscription there, a list of everything in the, in the present perfect and the past participle. You will find them in the description. So again, I will wrap up everything about the present perfect. It's have and has, plus the past participle, which is the last form of the verb. For example, when I say go, go, went, gone. You don't use go, you don't use went, you go for gone. So we've gone to Cairo. Where have you gone? I've gone to Cairo. This is how to form. So what about the negative? I have gone to Cairo. Have you gone to Cairo? Or have you gone? I haven't gone to any place or anywhere. So the negative you can bring not after have and has. The list you will find, you need to have a look at it. You will find it in the description after this video. Thank you very much. I hope my next video will find you okay. Thank you very much.